My parents laughed at my online business for years until I made $1.2 million and left their golden girl speechless at her own graduation party. My name's Leo. I'm 31. In my parents' world, degrees are currency and titles are oxygen. My sister, Eva, is their moon. Perfect GPA, trophies, a LinkedIn that reads like a ship manifest. Me, I sold things online. It started as enamel pins in a shoebox, then desk mats, then limited drops that sell out in minutes if you know supply, story, and email timers. None of that counts if your name isn't stitched on a blazer. The party was a backyard spectacle. White tents, violinist, canapés arranged like math problems. I arrived early with a gift just to dodge the Leo, can you chorus. Perfect timing, Mom said, handing me a lanyard labeled setup crew. I'm family, I said. She smiled like at a toddler. For an hour. So I moved chairs, iced champagne, hauled a chocolate fountain that looked like resentment in tears. Dad drifted past twice without hello, too busy telling the photographer to focus on the graduates. When the lawn filled, I found my place card behind a column. Eva took the mic, glittering in white. Thank you for celebrating real work, she said. Some of us didn't confuse hashtags with careers. Polite laughter. Dad added, kids and their online hobbies, just loud enough. Mom squeezed Eva's hand like she'd solved climate change. I let it sit. I didn't come to scrap. I came prepared. A month earlier, the tent, caterer, and florist all ran their bookings through a local event ops platform for scheduling and payouts. That platform is a quiet subsidiary of my company. While they clapped for real work, I checked the dashboard. Final invoices were waiting with a big green button. Release payments. The dean toasted. Mom followed, beaming. And now, surprise, a silk cover whipped off a leased Audi, red bow, family squeal. For our world changer, I walked to the mic. The violinist stopped mid-note. Congrats, Eva, I said. It's not every day someone survives the gauntlet your parents run like a boutique intel shop. Soft laughs from people who didn't know the turn was coming. I also have an announcement. The vendors asked me to share it. Mom frowned. Dad shifted. Eva tilted her head. I tapped my phone and airplayed a slide. Vendor logos, totals, each invoice stamped, paid. Footer. Arclight Collective, LLC. Dad squinted. Who is Arclight? Mine, I said. The online hobby that crossed $1.2 million this year. Gross, I added. Net is for accountants. Point is, tonight's party is comped. Caterer, tent, flowers, sound, violinist, paid, not charity. Business. Silence fell. Somewhere a flute hit stone. There's a second part. Eva, you worked for your degree. That deserves more than a car you can't insure without dad next slide. $25,000 to her program's need-based fund in her name. For students without a Harvest Festival budget. 2 reactions detonated. Eva's face crumpled, then steadied. Mom's smile cracked. Dad went red. The dean stared at the screen like it grew teeth. I set the mic down. Enjoy the night. Real work takes many forms. I headed for the gate. Mom's voice chased me. That was cruel. You handed me a lanyard, I said. It was a joke. So was I said. For 9 years, Dad tried the old tone. If your thing is real, why didn't you tell us sooner? I did. You heard it as noise because it wasn't your music. I left. Drove to the warehouse my business built. A humming bay. Racks of product. Monitors like a small control tower. I scheduled the vendor payouts. No clawbacks. I also set a rule. Accounts tagged Summers family can't request discounts again. Boundaries. Politely enforced. 2 days of quiet. On the third, Eva showed up in sneakers, no armor, eyes wet. I was awful, she said. Not just the joke. For years, I nodded. I didn't want the car, she added. I wanted space. Then take it, I said, gesturing around. Or don't. Work where you actually care. Just stop performing for people who clap at the wrong parts. She laughed. Messy. Real. We sat on a crate and split cold pizza. At the next family dinner, no lanyard. Dad tried a jab. It died midair. Mom hovered, then asked, almost careful, if she could see the warehouse. Sometime. Eva stood, lifted her glass. Here's to real work. The kind the world sees and the kind it mocks until it can't. I didn't toast. I went back to work.